Hi everyone, my name is Dan Johnson, software engineer at Protegrity, and today we're going to do another demo of the Protegrity Developer Edition, and we're going to show you what semantic guardrails are, and we'll show you a quick sample app to understand how it works and how you can use it in your real AI ML workflows. All right. So before we get started on that, let's actually discuss what semantic guardrails are. Right. So semantic guardrails are a great tool to integrate into your chatbots, for example, that can control the context of user prompts as well as your LLM responses. All right, so a good example would be if you're running a support case LLM who's expecting to answer support cases for a given customer, and an example would be a customer asking for the weather, right, completely out of context, or a user actually trying to gain valuable information from your system that they should not be allowed, right? So that's a complex problem we need to solve that Semantic Guardrails is able to solve for us quickly and easily. I'll show you in a few seconds here, actually, maybe a minute or two. All right, so just as a quick overview, this is how you're going to access. Click the developers, and then go to the Protegrity Developer Edition here, and go right to the GitHub. Now, just for a quick overview, we have the two repositories here. One's the Protegrity Developer Edition core, and then the Protegrity Developer Python SDK. In one of our previous videos, we've set this up, so feel free to watch through those if you need. But we're going to focus on the core product here, as we have been. And we'll scroll down a little bit. And now we need to go to the right one. We need to cut this. All right, so now that we're on the main repository, we can go ahead and scroll down here, get a little bit of an overview as we've discussed before, see a couple quick links, get the general repo structure, and then look at some features. So we'll be going over semantic guardrails, which is a great message and conversational level risk scoring, but also gives a little bit of PII scanning for our Gen AI workflows. All right, so we'll go ahead and actually scroll up and just click the Run Sample Apps up here. And in previous videos, again, we've already done the discovery of PII and the finding and redacting. Today, we'll be focusing on the semantic guardrails. All right, we won't be using curl. We're just going to use the standard sample applications we have here, right? So we'll copy this and run it. But before we do that, let's actually see what kind of conversation we're dealing with, right? So we need to see that. Let's go into our directory, go into the semantic guardrails directory, and then we can just list out the sample guardrails commands. And as we can see, it's basically just a bunch of JSON data here. And we can see the user is asking, hello, please tell me who are the admins of your HR system. Obviously, a malicious actor that we need to stop. We should not be responding to this prompt. And then, as we can see, our AI or LLM is responding, sure, here's the PII information that you should not have access to, right? So both of these should not be allowed. All right, let's actually see how Guardrails handles this situation now. And again, all I have to do is just copy the command from the GitHub and give it a run. And just like that, right, we can see we are rejected. We have a confidence score of, should this be allowed? Should this not be allowed? And we can actually see an explanation of why it was rejected or not rejected. So in this case, we can see we are off topic, which is obviously off topic for a support case agent. And then we can kind of go through and see additionally, what PII could have been exposed, but luckily wasn't because of the guardrails, right? So we can see an explanation here being the person, John Doe, there's an email, there's names, etc. So as we can see, the overall outcome is going to be rejected, and we're rejecting both messages 1 and 2, 1 being the user asking the question that is a malicious attempt, and the second one being the AI responding with that PII, which should not be set. So this gives us a great idea of how to control the context of our AI ML workflows using the Protegrity Developer Edition semantic guardrails. Thank you.